What's going on, YouTube? I'm here today with Forbes Koo, the sous chef of Suships, here with his deck profile from the 250th YCS. How are you feeling?
Tired. Sorry for the video being delayed. I had COVID.
Oh, yikes.
It was not from the YCS.
Oh, I mean, I guess that's good. But, I mean, looks like you made a speedy recovery, so glad to have you out here doing this profile. I mean, how did the deck perform over the weekend?
It performed quite well. Lost everything I thought I would lose to. Didn't lose to the things I didn't think I would lose to, so it performed the way it should have.
Nice, that's awesome. Alrighty, well, if you want, why don't we just go ahead and get straight to the profile, and that way we can just go ahead and get into it.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get into this deck profile, shall we?
Alright, so...
Nice attention to the deck box.
Yes, it's a bento box. So the recipe for this deck, someone in a previous video did mention that I missed the chance to call it a deck recipe, so we will call it that going forward.
Nice.
So the recipe of this deck, we'll start with the main deck. This is in order, correct? Yes, it is. Okay, so the deck is it's not completely standard. My build is a little different because it's built to go second only. It does not want to go first ever. So 3 Shari, 3 Shari red, 3 Uni. And then the non-standard numbers of Ikura and Shirawo. So this is not normal. Most decks run 3 and 3 of this, but it's because they run Unexpected Die, and I don't run Unexpected Die because Unexpected Die is kinda not a good card. Once Cyberstorm Access drops, you bump this up to 2 because of the new daily special card. So if you hit a card that doesn't have a name that you don't have in your deck, you have to return the spell back to your deck.
Okay.
So that's why you bump this up to 2. Next up after the Suship, so that's all the Suship cards. Let me put these away so it's not messy over here.
Don't need a dirty plate.
We do not. Absolutely not. For our board breakers, no, we're gonna skip. We'll leave that for later.
Okay.
The next piece of the puzzle, and shout out to Toby. He is the one who recommended I do this. Toby's a friend of ours. The adventure package. I was running adventure Suship for blind second. We run 2 Water Enchantress, the 1 Griffin Rider, 2 Rite of Aramasir, the 1 Fateful Adventure, and the 1 Dracoback. So very standard adventure setup. Only 2 of these doesn't hurt me at all. We can go over that. We'll go over that later in a bit. And the Dracoback is very standard, helps with breaking boards, protects you from nib when you go second, and Dracoback is just good because it just bounces a card back. You could use it to bounce back floodgates if you have to, which is
nice.
Primary way of outing cards that otherwise would like ruin your day, like skill drain. There can be only 1, etc.
You never miss the extra Water Enchantress or Rite?
I do not, and that is because of this next card. The best card in the deck, and an overall really good card as long as you know how it works. 3 copies of Small World.
Well, I love this card, this format, it's great.
Correct. Every deck card in this deck can Small World into each other. You can basically find anything you need by using this with every card in the deck. We're going to go into the bridges after this, once we're done with the profile here, just to sort of explain why the deck works the way it does.
Nice.
So it's 3 Small World. Going second, standard cards. 2 Thrust, 2 Talents. Very important cards. Best card into cash. You bait out the Arise Heart, and then you just steal it, which gives you like a 12 material Zeus, which is really funny. For you, not your opponent. Your opponent is not very happy about it. And Thrust can get you in either Tactics, or Small World, or your next best starter card, because how important Shari is to your deck. 3 Painful Decision. The problem with Painful Decision, though, is that you can't use it under a Rise Heart because the card must hit the graveyard in order for you to add it to your hand. But overall, this gets you to Red Shari by sending normal Shari, because Red Shari is also treated as Shari while it's in your hand, deck, field, or graveyard.
Oh, okay.
So it could get you to that as well. So the one hard brick in my deck that I am cutting after the event.
Didn't work out so well for you?
Double or nothing. No, it was glued to my hand, and there were so many times where I wish I did not see it. Didn't come up that often. It only came up once. So I'm probably going to cut this in the entire package going forward.
Okay.
That is the spells. We're going to go into board breakers next. So 2 Lava Golem, 1 Gamma Seal, and 1 Kurikara. So Kurikara is one of the best bridges in the deck for Small World. And Lava Golem and a Kurikara gets you any Suship card you need. Lava Golem and a Gamma Seal also gets you any Suship card you need. And the reason why you only run 1 Gamma Seal and 2 Lava Golem is while Lava Golem does out a lot of boards, there are times where there's only 1 target, so like a Cash player that ends on just a Rise Heart, you run Gamma Seal, and Gamma Seal just kills your Rise Heart. And the Lava Golem helps you against decks like Sprite or Maturity Runic, which end on a lot more cards that you want to get rid of. Kurikara can come up occasionally just by its own effect and can steal your games because it gets really big, but for the most part, it is a Small World bridge.
Awesome, that's right.
Hand traps, very standard lineup. 3 Droll, MVP, except for the 1 feature match that I played.
I wish I played that card more.
Droll was really good until I opened 3 of them game 1 in the feature match, but just ends turns for a lot of players. 3 Ash, hits basically every deck in the format. And 3 Ghost Bell, which primarily was for this deck's 2 most annoying matchups, which was Labyrinth and the Branded Lock, because you can Ghost Bell Branded Banishment.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Expulsion, not banishment, which stops them from hitting you with a Nightmare and all that. You can also Ghost Bell the Ibli, which is really funny. But yeah, these also all function as Small World bridges. Alright, now for the extra deck. Again, not fully standard, but built to OTK, so 2 Uni and 2 Ikura. We don't run any Shirawo. Shirawo doesn't help the deck at all and does not push the OTK forward. After Cyberstorm Access, you have to run it because of the way Chef Choice works. But for now, it's just these 2. But afterwards, you run 1 copy of Shirawo. The worst package in the world, the Utopia double package.
Yikes.
I have 2 doubles and 1 Utopia. I'm cutting these. They didn't really come up that often, so they kind of sucked. Very self-explanatory cards. Makes a big boy, goes hits hard. They're going to get replaced with like a Dugaris and a few other ranked 4s.
Okay.
On the off chance to get forced to go first, the Utopic Draco Future package. Did come up a few times. The body, it's a big body that can't be destroyed by battle, can negate an effect and steal the card, so it's quite effective at doing what it was meant to do, and it's just fairly big body and also could go into Zeus, even though it doesn't really help you when you go into Zeus with it. So, speaking of Zeus, 2 Zeus, because Kashtira exists, and they're terrified of this card.
Yeah, Zeus is a great card.
The 1 Thunder Charger. 1 Thunder Charger, because this onto an Uni. Uni by itself has 3 materials. You go Uni into Thunder Charger into Zeus, makes it a 4 Mat Zeus.
Oh, okay, nice.
And then my outs to D Barrier, which I was originally kind of scared of as a card, but I realized I don't actually need it. My anti-D Barrier package, which is literally just access code OTK.
Oh, nice.
With how common Ash is in the format, Hida basically usually gives me enough bodies, so it just off 3 summons I could get to Hida, which lets me get to Unicorn, which lets me go to access code, which is usually enough for an OTK. Or at the very least puts my opponent on a back foot.
Nice.
That is the extra deck.
Alright, let's go to the side.
Now for the side deck. So everything in the side deck performed and did what it was meant to do, which was great. So 3 Cosmic Cyclone. These are for Runic, one of your more annoying matchups, because the deck doesn't do too well into control decks, because you're trying to kill them in 1 turn. So Cosmic Cyclone, being able to just Cosmic and remove the fountain and allow you to play, helps quite a bit. Then the next 6 cards are the cards meant for your literal worst matchup, which was Labyrinth. 3 Denko, 3 Hatronade. Hatronade is nice because it's a little weird of a card, but it also forces your opponent to activate their interactions at suboptimal times. Just Hatronade by itself can either force them to use Skill Drain early. They have to solemn it sometimes, or they have to activate their big Welcome Labyrinth early and have nothing on your board to bounce. And sometimes not anything on their board to bounce either, or not something they want to bounce. And then just last to fill out space, 3 Lancia, which comes up against Flu a lot, and sort of stops Cash, and then 3 Shifter, which just hits basically every other deck that doesn't want to lose all their resources. So everything did its job.
Nice.
Alright, so now for the small world bridges. The primary bridge you're going to be using as your middle card will be Kurikara. So off Kurikara, if you reveal Lava Golem, you can add either Ash Blossom, any Suship card you want, or Droll and Lockbird. Normally you're going to be adding any Suship. I'm just showing these two because it's the easiest sort of representation. But off Kurikara, that gets you these four. We're going to put Kurikara right here now. If you switch Kurikara in a Gamma Seal instead, you can get into, instead of going like this, you end up going for these or any Sushi.
Okay.
Because these two are water.
And then this is Aqua, so it gets into any of the...
and these are level 8.
Gotcha. Okay,
now,
that's cool.
if we change Gamma Seal and use Droll as our bridge and Kurikara as our initiator, that will get us into Water Enchantress, any of the Suships, and any of the Ghost Girls, and Griffin Rider if you are so inclined. The reason why you can go into this is because they're both spellcasters and share nothing else in common. 0 defense, 0 attack, same thing, nothing in common. These are both wind and have nothing else in common, and these both have 0 attack and have nothing.
Oh, okay.
And these two are level 1s.
Gotcha. Oh, that's okay. That's cool.
Now, if we flip it around like this instead, it locks it down. You just lose this, and you lose this. And you instead go into this, you can also search out a lava bolt.
How do you go? So how do you go into the ghost spell?
You can't use ghost spell.
Oh, okay. Oh, so those.
It'll
Okay,
be
got
these
it.
4, yeah.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay.
Now, we can also, if we go instead of this, if we use Water Enchantress as our bridge, we could use either of these bridges to search anything. So if we're gonna start with just using Droll, Water Enchantress into Droll means you get any Suship
Crazy stuff like the one that what's the character
and any hand trap. Or Kurikara.
Oh, because it's level 1. Okay.
And it has 0 stats, so these two are all 0.
I see.
Level 1.
Nice.
We use hand trap. So either of these Ghost Girls into Droll. Same thing, you could go into another hand trap if you need to. If we use a hand trap as the bridge, well, specifically Ash as the bridge, and we use either Lava Golem, Ghost Bell, or Droll and Lock. Actually, no, you can't use Ghost Bell. It'll be Droll and Lock and Lava Golem. You could get to this, any of the, not this one, and then you go into these.
Okay.
So basically, everything can small world potential.
Yeah, essentially. No, that's awesome.
Yeah, so that very much is why Small World is so good in the deck and helps a lot, and you can get to a lot of things that you need to. So, yeah, Small World.
Alright, well, that's the profile. Any shoutouts you'd like to give to anyone?
Yeah, so shout out to the Team People Rebo. It's going to be also a channel we're making. This is where the video will be. Hope to see you guys more often. It won't just be me, it'll be Michael, who is the person commentating this video. There'll be a few other people who were there at the YCS that were friends of ours. You'll meet them later on. Shout out to them, shout out to Toby for helping me with the deck building, and shout out to where we're recording card art.
Awesome. Alrighty, guys, that has been the deck profile. So until next time, we will see you next time. This is Michael from Team P Poribo. Take care.